Real quick before this video starts, I just want to say this was taken from one of my viewer music submission live streams. We do these every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 3 p.m. UK time or 2 p.m. UK time, depending on how long I want to go. Definitely stop in and check them out where you can be a part of reactions like this. And with that being said, enjoy the video. Dead Kennedy's time. Some classic punk, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most beloved punk albums of all time, in fact. Plastic Surgery Disasters in the top 200 albums on Album of the Year. This came out in 1982. 14 tracks. 42 minutes. I'm hyped as fuck about this. I am so fucking hyped about this. I love basically everything I've heard from Dead Kennedys up to this point. I think that from the stuff I've heard, they're just such a consistent, such a biting, such a ridiculous, wild, truly... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just one of the most actually, like, politically intriguing punk bands. Like, Jello Biafra's writing is so... manic. His performances, his vocals are so distinct. They have such a weird quirkiness that I feel like it's kind of impossible for me not to at least be intrigued by Dead Kennedy's work, and also the fact that this is their most beloved album makes me very excited. I've heard some songs off of this album, I think. I've heard Moon over Marin. I've heard the final track, but besides that, I don't think I've heard anything else. Let's get into this shit. Track 1, Advice from Christmas Past. Nazi Punk's Fuck Up isn't part of this album, that's part of the EP. No rating. Just gonna move straight on. Next up we have Government Flu. No rating on that intro. Don't need to give it a rating. Oh shit.
We got a drug. We're gonna try that on you. We'll make you die. It'll get you just a little bit sick. Got a head cold, got a chest cold, and a street cold. Not forever.
It's not quite ska, no. Yeah, fucking hell. Wow. That is some raw shit right there. That is nasty. It's like the actual sounds themselves aren't very pleasant, but man, the energy is there. The mix is rough. Everything sounds raw and live. I've seen some footage of like Dead Kennedys performing, and they all like play live in the same room, right? With most of their stuff, like I've seen the recording of like Nazi Punk's Fuck Off and Rawhide and shit like that. It sounds the same here, where it feels like the mics are all being fucked with so that it can capture all of this sound all at once without it sounding like complete shit. So you get this very weird kind of padded down sound here. It's so strange, but it feels so specific and unique to this. This feels like punk in its truest form, where it's the most rough and tumble raw way of doing shit. That was incredible. That song was catchy. It was chaotic. It felt like the fucking end of the world, as well as being like the most engaging and fun thing ever. I would give that a flat 9. That was a pretty great first proper track here. Terminal Preppie up next. Not Terminal People.
I don't know right what's just a building impression. I'm blacked out thinking you won't get me ahead. My ambition in life is to look good on paper and be taught how to fuck well when I always play to win. When I'm feeling like a car in the faceless machine. Terminal Preppie.
Holy shit, man. This has almost Oingo Boingo energy. This has some of the most manic energy of any punk music I've heard. So much packed into a minute and 30-second track. So much. Feels wrong to hear these songs be paused at the end. I know. This feels like the type of album that kind of needs to be listened to unbroken, but also then it's not transformed. I need to, for the sake of doing my job, I need to pause these, but I do kind of wish I wasn't. It's low 9. Holy shit. Wow. A lot of these tracks feel quite longer than they are. Yeah, that song has so much going on for a song that's only a minute and 30. It's like arguably even more packed than the 2-minute song we just had. There was like some fucking saxophone or something at the end there as well. The entire track felt like it was moving at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it was just constantly throwing interesting lyrics down your throat. Jello Biafra's writing here. Is it Biafra or Biafra? I don't know. I'm going to say Biafra. Jello Biafra. No, Biafra sounds better though. Jello Biafra. It is Biafra? Okay. His writing is so interesting. It's able to be hilarious whilst also like a bit of biting commentary at the same time. I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. This album is 40 minutes-ish. Trust your mechanic. 42 minutes.
Better disease you think you have. So you buy drugs and soon you depend on them. Trust your mechanic to mend your...
I can see how Jello Biafra's vocals would influence Serge Tankian a lot.
Trust your mechanic to pull out your holes. Trust him to make more somewhere else. Trust your mechanic, he'll always come through and rip you off.
Jesus, crazy bass tone at the end of Well-Paid Scientist here. High 8 on this one. Another absolutely insane track. Maybe not as immediately gripping as the previous two, but I like that we're getting more variety in the sound there. That slowdown, that super eerie, more spacey moment on that track, where it's kind of, you know, you get to really see Jello Biafra's range, able to be intense and commanding and also kind of have a little bit of creepiness to his voice as well. Yeah, I'm liking the variety on that track. I'm liking how much we get to see them expand upon their sound on that track as well. That was great. High 8, maybe just not as gripping as the previous two. Well-Paid Scientist up next.
Something is wrong here. You won't find it on a show. I'll make it well turn your tide to a wreck. Comedy cocktails gotta go. Cringe your tense up, grind your teeth and wipe your sweaty palms. Close your windows, driving past a low-life company bar. Even you gotta punch the clock. Why don't you punch your boss? When will you crack? When will you crack? I'll be right, I'll be right, I'll be right! Fall through your stairhome, you drain right the hits off. But when will you crack? When will you crack? From your bathroom mirror. Drown!
Talking about music that feels like it's attacking you earlier. Holy shit. Sounds like boulders falling down a hill. Yeah. Oh, that song hurt my brain. That's one of like the most genuinely aggressive pieces of music I've ever heard. It literally feels like a madman going on a fucking killing spree. Which obviously that's not what the lyrics talking about. It's talking about being like a scientist, being well paid because, you know, say the things you need to say and you do the things you need to do. Try and get people on the right track of the American dream. But holy shit, the performances. I've never heard like performances that are this crazy on anything punk before. This is the craziest punk shit I've ever heard. It was unmatched aggression. It was unmatched power. The technical ability and instrumental prowess of each member of the band here is crazy. Damn. Shit's pretty incredible so far. Buzzbomb up next. Oh my god.
Gross, I say that's how I feel. I cruise alone, I cruise real far.
I love how it's able to be so spooky, but so, like, direct and colorful at the same time. Like, the shit sounds like it would fit perfectly on a Halloween playlist, you know? Oh, that bass!
Set to reeling when the Knicks was born. Cops around here sure looking bored.
Sounds kicking my ass. This feels like it's like pushing me to my limits. This is such a fucking challenging album. And I like that. It really is testing your tolerance for such harsh sounds, such raw aggression, such crazy lyricism, and such like dirty, nasty mixing. This feels like the type of thing that is meant to be a stress test
of what you can tolerate from this genre, and if you can tolerate it's like the best shit ever. And this is the best shit ever. Oh my god. This album is gonna get numerous more firstly, this is being turned into a video. Secondly, this album's gonna get numerous more listens before that video comes out, because I need to see what this shit sounds like unbroken. Wow. Fucking hell. My head hurts from trying to process this. I have not heard 7-Eleven by 303.
No junk food, just earthly goods. I ate weird berries in the woods. A forest fire. There's a forest fire climbing the hill. Better watch California hoes. Better run from the fire. But every laugh at your eyes. With a shovel with bars, security guards. But hey, what about the cocaine? Stop out in the basement. Be here and save it. Yeah, you're gonna need it. Now you're tracking your breath.
I'm still got it. Yeah.
From the fire.
I feel out of breath. Like this is genuinely like one of the best, maybe the best as of right now, the best punk album I've ever fucking listened to. Jesus Christ. It's so compact, it's so dense, it's so fast, and it's so loud. It doesn't allow you to even get a second to breathe or process anything that's happening. It's just all the way, all killer. Every single second is just like, okay, next thing. Insane build-ups on that track. Some of the most intricate, immaculate guitar work on that track, and probably the best vocal performance as well. This is some pretty crazy shit. This is some yeah, wow. Is that better than Forest Fire by Mount Eerie? A very easy comparison to make.
Better plan all week, better plan all month, better plan all year. After Halloween.
The longest song on the album. Riot is almost 6 minutes. It's the longest song by far.
Why don't you take your social regulations and shove them up your ass?
It's nice to get a, well, firstly, that's the longest song up to this point. And it's nice to get a track 3.5 minutes that gives you a little more space to breathe. Maybe that makes it so that the song isn't quite as manic or crazy as the previous handful. But I will say, it is nice to get a song like that here. Also, some inspiring lyricism from Jello Biafra here about, about, like, it sucks that, you know, social standards have made it so you can only dress how you want one day of the year. And using Halloween as kind of like this metaphor for true happiness. This sounds so good. Sounds so fucking good. Hi, 9. Jesus Christ. Next up we have Winnebago Warrior. I like how each song starts with an incredible bass line. I like that's our fucking running gag is that they all start with bass line.
Road up traffic, climbing hills, 30 gallons to the mile. Honey quick, Polaroid. Stop these for you by along the way. Winnebago Warrior, red and soldier rain.
This video is going to be so fun to edit. I'm going to have a fun time doing some fun editing with this. Another solid 9. Holy shit. Yeah, crazy guitar parts throughout that track. Great sarcastic lyricism, taking the piss out of the camper types who were like brave pioneers, you know, brave as old John Wayne, a true Yankee pioneer. The writing is fantastic. These performances are some of the best we've gotten on the entire album. I just honestly wish the song was a little longer so that we could like kind of explore some of these sections a little bit deeper. John Wayne was a Nazi. Yeah, it's like that sarcasm being thrown in there is exactly what makes this. This album's probably gonna grow on me a whole lot on a re-listen as well. Riot, the longest song on the album, 6 minutes. We're getting spooky immediately, yeah. This just feels like a great Halloween album on the whole. There's been like a kind of campy spookiness to this entire thing. Oh my god, guys, this Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz.
Rioting, the unbeatable high. Adrenaline shoots your nerves to the sky. Everyone knows this town is gonna blow, and it's all gonna blow right now.
Oh my...
Now you can smash all the windows that you want. Fire and aid, ask some friends and go rock. Throwing up
Oh my
bricks,
god.
never felt so good. Turn right around, play right into their hands. It's such a road neighborhood, burning to the ground and stand. For joy.
Yeah, the lyrics are great.
Riot, the unbeatable high. Riot turns on into the sky. Riot burn right into the hands. Tomorrow you're homeless, tonight it's a blast.
Oh my god, that fucking bass line. What the fuck is that squeaking sound?
The barricades spring up from nowhere.
My heart is racing right now. My heart is fucking pounding.
Raging my hands all over the world. Not quite the bits have just begun to fight. Cut your heads, get your teeth. Voice the riot on that blaze. Ah! Tomorrow you're homeless. Tonight it's a blast. Tomorrow you're homeless. Tonight it's a blast. Tomorrow you're homeless. Tonight it's a blast.
That's pretty handily the best song on the album. Like, I feel like that's a pretty safe number one right there. You know what this feels like? It feels like the first time I ever listened to Toxicity, where that album was like eye-opening for just how good metal music can be. This is eye-opening for just how good punk music of this era can be. This feels, I'm literally getting the exact same feeling I got listening to Toxicity for the first time. That same like breathlessness, that same like emotional rock that I felt, where I just felt like I've been hit over the head by a fucking baseball bat, and now I'm waking up in like a different fucking reality or something. This is like taking me back 5 years to the first time hearing Toxicity. Yeah, I don't get experiences with music like this a lot. I really don't, so I'm very happy to be listening to this album right now. 80s actually has good music. I know. Who'd have thought? Wow. Riot is an insane fucking song. A multi-phased, multifaceted, deeply layered, batshit fucking ride of a track that, I don't know, it feels like the most serious song of the bunch so far about, people going out there and making things worse for themselves in riots, avoiding shop owners shooting at them, avoiding the police, having everything stripped away from them just for the sake of trying to fit in to a community and ruining things for everyone else. And it's a 6-minute track that's able to be spooky and eerie while still having a lot of biting sarcasm, while still having easily, like, bar none, the fucking best performances on the entire album. Yeah, it feels like listening to fucking Toxicity for the first time again. Yeah, this is fucking incredible. Bleed for Me up next. Oh my god. Oh, the tempo shifting, Jesus Christ.
Come on, Blade! Come on, Blade!
Yeah, a little bit gothic.
Come on, Blade! We'll stop you to a pipe. Electrodes!
Oh no, Cheetah, those extra tracks are from an EP that just got tacked onto the end of this. We're going to listen to the main album.
America wants fuel. To get it, it needs puppets. So what's 10 million dead if it's keeping out the Russians?
Yeah, this has some of the most punchy lyricism out of any song so far.
Come on, Blade!
Wow. Yeah, Bleed for me has some of the most punchy lyricism out of any song so far. It's about these leaders of these corporations manipulating people, having these workers bleeding for them, and not even being honest about what it is that they're doing for them. Like, the most standout line of that entire song was, what was it, building concentration camps for us while they think they're building schools? What was the line? Let me find it. It was something along those lines. Here we are. The Peace Corps builds us labor camps when they think they're building schools. That is the most standout line on maybe the whole album. That's fucked. But it's also so grounded and realistic. It's kind of haunting how relevant this album still is in its politics. Like, the album's ridiculous. The album's insane. It's such a fun listen. But at its core, it's still a very real, like, oh shit, yeah, a lot of this is still very relevant. What was it? What's 10 million dead if it's keeping out the Russians as well? Such a well-written song. Crazy well-written track. Another high 9. Fuck me. This album is, This album's making my heart race. I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating, and my heart is beating really fast. Oh, this is one of the most energetic listens of an album I've ever had. This literally is exactly how I felt the first time I ever listened to Toxicity. Like, it's crazy. I'm literally getting, like, flashes back to my first experience with that album. This feels the exact fucking same. I Am the Owl up next. Another one of the longer songs. Yeah.
Never went away. I hear when you're drinking, cheating on your lonely wife. On candid camera, just started like to you. I am the owl, I think out the foul. You demonstrate against somebody we like.
His voice is so fucking weird. I love it. This song also is incredibly relevant. That line, in 10 years or so we'll leak the truth, but then it's only so much paper. Wow. One thing I've not really talked about is how incredible the band are able to play off of each other here. Seriously, I from what I've seen, from like them recording Nazi Punk's Fuck Off and Rawhide for the EP that was released, was it released alongside this album? I don't know, it's attached to this album at least. They record like live in a room. It's all of them just in a room that's very padded, and it's like recorded live. Did they do the same thing for this album? Oh, before this album in 1981, okay. If they did the same recording technique for this album, then the musicianship here is fucking insane. The fact that all of the band are able to lock in on how many tempo shifts there are. There were points in this track where the tempo was like fluctuating up and down, and every band member was moving with the tempo fluctuation. Like, they all just understood which parts needed to be a little bit quicker and which parts need to be a little bit slower. And then that big rise towards the second third of the track, where it just, all of it bubbles and bubbles and bubbles, and then it cuts out and punches right back in. That's insane. This level of perfection of musicianship is not common among punk bands. Usually they're more focused on just being as batshit and crazy as possible, and they don't actually care too much about the instruments. But there's so much care put into being perfect musicians as well. I'm head over heels for this album. I've just submitted to it at this point. This shit is, like, damn near perfect. Fuck me. Dead End. Yeah, final 2 songs.
We have been still together, took all my money and time, and then it went away, taking all that was mine.
Well, you're coming during the best fucking album, the best punk album ever.
Hell, we all die in the end. Die in the end. Die in the end. Oh,
Yeah, the vocals are perfect. Dead End, High 9. Oh man, what can I, like? I'm running out of shit to say about this album. This is just some perfect punk music. It's so energetic. It's so, like, it's kind of taxing to listen to, because it's so blazing. It's so fast. It's so densely packed. Like, it's like giving me a headache to try and process everything that's happening and put it into words. It's just perfect punk music, front to back. I can't wait to, like, re-listen to this shit. Like, this is one of the few times where I'm more excited about what my second listen is going to be like than the first listen. I cannot wait to get to hear this thing in the background while, like, playing some games, getting to hear it unbroken. I think that's where this album is going to really, really shine. Yeah, Dead End is fucking incredible. Moons Over Marin, final track. I've heard this song, but I don't really remember it.
The crowded future stings my eyes. I still find time to exercise in a uniform with 2 white stripes.
I'm loving how much cleaner this guitar sound is, man. Like, this song is beautiful. A surprisingly pleasant way to close the album off, even if it is packing a lot of bite lyrically with the climate change lyrics. This one feels like more post-punky than anything, honestly. That final song is a 10, a beautiful, beautiful track. Feels a little post-punky. It's got, like, a nice, more steady bass line. The clean guitars are absolutely delightful. That slow, very intentional drumming where, like, it kind of allows the ride cymbal to just let itself kind of wash out. It's gorgeous. And then Jello Biafra is able to just allow his voice to get so open and so soft on that track. The lyrics too, again, the lyrical relevancy of this album has been quite devastating throughout, but still a song like that about climate change is just like, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Plastic Surgery Disasters by Dead Kennedys. This is an album I've wanted to listen to for a very long time. And not only did it not disappoint, it exceeded my expectations to a degree that I would never have expected. This is possibly the best punk album I've ever listened to. This is legitimately just some disgusting, nasty, quick, abrasive, overwhelming, heavy shit right here. This entire thing, I was, like, out of breath and I got sweaty listening to this. Like, my heart was racing throughout this entire project. Whether it's, like, one of the more batshit crazy shorter songs, like a song like Terminal Preppie or Government Flu or Winnebago Warrior, or one of the songs that allows it to get a bit more expansive, like Bleed For Me or Halloween, or especially Riot. This album has so much variety and is able to do so much with so little. The performances are perfect, spotless across the board, all Is it 4 of them in the band? Yeah. All 4 band members literally just perform perfectly here. They are able to not only be absolute masters of their instruments, which, you know, in punk music, normally the actual musicianship comes last and it's more focused on the messaging, but they balance it out with incredible musicianship here. It's like, they're all the best at their instruments that they could possibly be. The bass lines are thunderous throughout this. The guitars go from spooky to blaring to surprisingly soft and sweet. The drumming is some of the best punk drumming I've ever heard. Seriously, like, there are multiple crazy fills, the incredible speed ups, the way the drums are able to 100% control the tempo throughout this track. I just love this on an instrumental level. I genuinely cannot describe how much I loved the experience of listening to this album. Score is a 96.6. I would up that to like a 97 or maybe even a 98. This album kicked my ass. This album really kicked my ass. And not only that, this album brought me back to listening to Toxicity for the first time. It gave me the same feelings, and no other album has really been able to do that. Where I'm hearing all of this crazy political lyricism. I'm hearing how ridiculous and tonally varied the album is. I'm hearing how much these songs clash with each other, and it's all just such a beautiful mess. This literally took me back 5 years to the first time listening to Toxicity, and I got the same feeling that no album has been able to replicate since. I would give this album on this first listen a 9.7 out of 10, and I'm gonna be honest, if that's probably gonna grow to be a 10 when I give this an unbroken listen. I would like place money on it, this album growing to be a 10 with another listen. This is one of the best albums I've ever been sent in on stream, and it's rare that I get an experience that's this memorable and that like has this level of like a physical effect on me. Mind-bending album, genuinely probably the best punk album I've ever listened to, and I'm not sure how anything would really top that. Incredible shit. Thank you very much for sending that in, Mindfuzz.